Hey YouTube, I'm going to be doing a, a raised bed garden update for early September 2016. So I'm just going to start off with some of the plants that I have in containers. So I have some basil that I transplanted, but looking a little droopy. But I put it out of the sun so it can just not wilt and just grow some roots. So over here we have my basil experiment. It's growing pretty tall now. Well, there's a few flower buds I'm gonna pick off right there. Let me see if there's no. Why that one's starting to bud over here. Just top that, and it's getting pretty tall. So that's that. And then over here we just have some flowers. They're looking pretty nice actually. It hopefully is bringing in some pollinators because we need some. So that's it for those. Some dead leaves, but that's it for the flowers. And then we have some marigolds that are bringing in some pollinators. Looking pretty nice. You can see. Let me try and get a nice view. I seen a bumblebee on one of the flowers the other day. So hopefully they're pollinate all my stuff in the garden. But that's it with those. Alright, so let's get on with the raised bed. So we have some Brussels sprouts. And this one looks to be growing the most. As you see, some nice big leaves. And I've been keeping all the bottom leaves off so the leaves doesn't get diseased. And then this one is just, oh, there's an actually messed up leaf right here. Let me trim that off. Whatever, that's bug. Oh well. And this one's just getting bushy with the leaves, so hopefully it'll start getting bigger like this one is. And then we have two over here. They're getting some bug damage, but Brussels and broccoli and cabbage are the ones to most get attacked by bugs. So I'm not too worried because I have these two nice looking ones. And just looking nice. Alright, so we have some large leaf basil. It's starting to go to flower. And this one, I haven't been harvesting the leaves for cooking. It's just to keep the bugs away. There's only, I think there's, let me see. Well, there's only three plants right here. One, and then two and three. But they're just there to keep the bugs away. And then I have some red onions because my mom likes to cook. So once they're ready to harvest, I'll give them to her and let her cook something up with them. Some weeds. I've been picking up a lot of weeds out of here lately, but it's fine because they're not too big of weeds, and it's not taking up all the nutrients, so I'm not that worried. There's all the rest of the onions. So I have the 3 different mints. We lost the lemon balm. It died. It was right here, and my brother pulled it last night. So here's, I don't know which is which. This one might be the orange. This one's probably the chocolate, and then the one way over there might be the peppermint. And then, oh, and we see the frog. We planted 2 spots of cabbage, and then in front of that sign we planted some broccoli. So over here, where that basil was that is wilting, we took the basil from here. We planted a few row of beets. I don't remember the variety, but my mom likes beets, so I'm gonna give them to her when they're ready to harvest. Oh, and here I have the sweet basil. This came from the hydroponics. It wasn't really growing that much. It was kind of like stunted, so I decided to take it out and put it in the front. And it's just, we literally cut it back. Okay, I think it was like this high. We cut it back like halfway, and it just shot up all this crazy growth. And I just picked off a few branches that had some flowers coming in, but I've been picking off a few leaves and cooking with it. My grandma made me some toast and eggs, and I put some basil with the eggs, and it was actually pretty good. But that's it for that basil. Oh, I see another weed. Right here we have the sun gold tomato. It's starting to die off, I think, because all this crunchiness of the leaves, I think that's dying off. But it produced a lot of tomatoes, actually. But this wasn't the main stem. It had one big stem, and then this one was just a little offshoot. So I just cut the main one off, and then just let this one grow to full size, and it's all the way like taller than me, and it's just putting off some crazy flowers and all these crazy suckers that I'm letting grow. But if you guys know how to get some bushy tomatoes, like make them bushy instead of growing tall, because every tomato I've been growing this year has seemed to just be trying to grow straight up instead of bushy. So if you know any tips, just throw them in the comments below. I'd appreciate that. So here we have cilantro and parsley. It's, I don't know, it just hasn't been growing. It's been like that size for like ever now. But hopefully with this cool weather coming, it'll take off, hopefully, so I can make some salsa, hopefully, and some other recipes. Here we have the dino kale from last year that was in hydro. It's been getting attacked lately by those hornworms, but I've sprayed it a few times with neem oil, and it seems to keep him at bay. But as you see, there's some leaf damage, and I've been trimming all the bad leaves off that have been attacked, and then all this new growth is coming in, and same with the other side, because it's one and then it branches off into two, and then we just have a bunch of carrots just planted out in this whole front area right here. And I don't remember the kind of carrots, but, and then we have another Brussels. This one seems to be getting attacked like crazy, but it's making through. It's not dying or anything, but as you see, it's getting attacked. But I haven't really seen any bugs on it, so they must be doing it at night, that I can't tell that they're eating them. Alright, so that's all the carrots in the front. And I planted some in, so I put 3 rocks and in the 3 spots in front of the rocks. So I planted this first rock, I planted some mustard spinach all the way right there. And then this one, I planted the Bloomsdale long-standing spinach, I think it's called. I planted a row of that. And then with this last rock, I planted some dwarf blue-colored kale, I think it's called. And hopefully it'll sprout soon, so I can have some leafy greens to eat. And I have 3 good-sized Swiss chard plants, and I've been taking a few leaves off and making sandwiches with it. I'd toast some bread, put some mayo, turkey, and then I would come out here and just pick a leaf off and put it on the sandwich and eat it, and it's pretty good actually. But there's some nice huge leaves coming in. But that's it with the Swiss chard. It was all over here with the carrots. And last night when we were planting all this stuff, I decided to move it right here in the back, so it can just grow nice and produce a lot of leaves for me. Alright, so here we have the quinault. I don't know if it's quinault or quinault, strawberry. It's been in this pot. We had it hanging right here, but everyone kept hitting their heads on it, so I decided to put it on the little flag stand thing, whatever you call it, because it has this little extra thing. So I hung it there, and I've been watering it. And there's no flowers at the moment, but it's growing back quite nice. Here we have my ruby seedless grapevine. So I just topped up the soil last night. So I have a bamboo stick just to hold the trunk, and then it branches off into 2 vines, and I'm a little under 6 foot, and it's taller than me, so that's how you can tell how tall it is. And it's actually getting some really nice growth, and it's been trying to hang on to itself. Pretty crazy, but something's happening with the leaves. If you know what that is, let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's just growing like crazy. And I want to get an arbor and just let it crawl over it. But it hasn't been putting off any flowers of grapes. But that's to be expected, because they're not supposed to be producing for like 2 to 3 years, I've heard. So hopefully soon we'll have some grapes, because I want to try them, and we can probably do like wine or something with them if we get a lot. But that's it. Oh, and there's another leaf, but that's just probably sunburn. But other than that, it's growing pretty nice. And then we just have my bell pepper plant that's getting attacked, but it seems to be coming back. Alright, so the last plant is this mini pumpkin. There's the base of it, and it's just vining out. We just cut off a vine because it was starting to so it was the main stem, and then it started to vine out with 2 vines, so we cut the one off. I wanted to show you If you haven't been following me on Google Plus, I've been posting garden pictures lately. So go ahead and follow me. I'll put the link in the description. So my brother noticed that there's 2 flowers on one flower stem, I guess. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Pretty crazy. And I've been trimming off all the dead stuff, but hopefully it'll produce, because it's only been producing male flowers. So hopefully we'll get some female flowers and have some pumpkins. And it's the mini ones that you buy at like the store that can like fit in your hand. But that's it with the garden. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Peace out.